Good evening, glory, hallelujah to you. What's the story? What's going through you? Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show, and I'm your host, Pat Renwick. Welcome, Bass Galaxy. Welcome. 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 Wow. They're excited. Extremely excited, as we all are here this evening. We have the three legends together on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Houston, Roland Martin, and Bill Dance tonight. Wow. You believe that?
Did that just happen?
Oh, my God. This is further proof that this is not real life.
No.
This is amazing. Everyone's bass and heroes. These three guys.
Yeah.
It is such an honor and a privilege to have them on together tonight, live. These guys, they just it's amazing. It's the pre-production with these guys, Andy. They're already razzing each other. So Bass Galaxy, if tell everyone you know that Bill Dance, Roland Martin, and Jimmy Houston are on Stray Cast tonight, and tell them to come on over. My mom said it's cool. She said you can come over. Come on.
It's Saturday morning.
But my dad's going to make you take your shoes off at the front door. I want to remind you that.
Nah.
It is a blizzard out there, and everybody, I know you're dealing with stuff in the entire Bass Galaxy. And speaking of dealing with stuff, congratulations to Brian New on his victory. Yeah, that's right. Congratulations to Brian New on his victory. St. Juan Riviera. And congratulations to old Shooter McGavin, Skeet Reese, on his MILF Big Five.
Shooter.
Yeah. Deal.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
10th green at 10.
Yeah. That guy yipping and yahing over there is the one and only co-creator of the tightrope jig. It's Ryan Pop Cornelius Whitaker. And he's dressed in a vintage Berkeley Tri-Line jacket. I've seen Jimmy Houston wear that exact jacket.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, it used to say Jimmy.
It used to say Jimmy, actually, but you pulled the stitching out.
It actually used to say Shelly, but yeah, that's true.
That's outstanding. Ryan Whitaker, everybody knows that on Wednesday nights, this is the place to win free stuff. Yep. Like and share stuff. It's that easy. All you got to do is like and share this live Facebook feed tonight. And guess what the prize is tonight? Sims Fishing Satchel of Fun. Yes. Compliments of Sims Fishing Satchel of Fun.
Very nice.
It's a $59.99 value. All you have to do is like and share this live Facebook feed. And live love. Facebook. live
you sound
love.
Like Matthew McConaughey just then.
Or Cartman. This Facebook feed, and you have a chance to win this glorious Sims satchel. Jake Haas will pick you at the end of the show.
Satchel of dryness and comfort.
Yeah, satchel of dryness and comfort. It's good. Patterson Leith over at Sims said it's perfect for plastics, whatever that means. Plastiques.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So like and share the live Facebook feed. If you're just tuning in, got a chance to win the Sims deal right there. Also, Tambien, as they say in Calumet City, Illinois. This is the home of Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. And every Wednesday night here on Stray Cast, it's the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey word of the week. Every time you hear this word said, you take a drink of your favorite beverage, and could be Tin Cup, it could be any beverage, and we remind you to please drink responsibly. And I ask you,
yes,
Popcorn.
Yes, sir.
What is the Tin Cup Whiskey word of the week?
Pioneer.
Pioneer?
Yes.
Okay.
Or pioneers.
Like Daniel Boone?
No, like Bill
like
Dance,
Daniel
Roland
Crockett?
Martin, and Jimmy Houston.
Oh, like Bill Dance. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So Pioneer. If
You're going to say it.
You think I'll say Pioneer?
Well, I'll say it if you don't say
Just
it.
say randomly then Pioneer.
Pioneers.
If it doesn't happen. And if you hear Pioneer, take a drink of your favorite beverage and remind you to drink responsibly. Again, hey, Tin Cup Whiskey, thanks for supporting professional bass fishing.
Yes.
Luke Foley. And Luke Foley, please send some whiskey to Pedro Fighter so he doesn't, I don't want to wake up with a horse head in my bed, like a mafia stuff.
No.
Yeah, so please send that out. Speaking of mafia type stuff, evidently and obviously by looking at this guy, he is connected to the Ginger Mafia. It's the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, bass fishing producer, engineer extraordinaire. It's Andrew Ellenberger. He's the Ginger Ninja. He's right on the head like a producer should be.
He's a pioneer of bass fishing talk show engineering.
Pioneer.
Yes.
Isn't he? Hey, Andy.
Yo,
What's going on over at Omnia?
lots of stuff. New Outcast jig, man. I don't know if you caught the live feed on Monday. But
I did
it's
not.
Something.
I was actually shoveling out.
Yeah, it was.
But
You shoveled?
yeah, well, I got stuck. I had to. So yeah, the new Outcast jig, absolutely. Also, all the Bite Me
jigs,
tackle products there, all
Yes,
the jig heads and fine components. And I want to tell you guys something about Omnia. Don't buy those jackhammers that are the red with the green pumpkin, because those don't work as good as the Jordan Lee bright orange ones.
Is that right?
Don't get the subtle ones that have the red and the green pumpkin. Ryan, why are you playing with your Raleigh fingers like that?
It's going up my nose.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
why, yeah.
So, in other words, yeah, those don't work. Don't buy the green pumpkin red cheddar chickens. Okay? Don't do it.
The hot red.
Right, because everyone's throwing the other ones, so these ones work really good. I'm just letting you know. How do you think about those yapkas?
Quick tip.
How do you think about those, Andy Ellenberger?
I like them.
Hey, I think we're running right down to it. I think we got it right. Tin Cup.
Let's do it.
Word of the week.
See what happens here.
OmniaFishing.com. Check it out.
Whew.
Sims giveaway.
Let's
How
do it.
about we put the power poles down and come back with the three legends, Bill Dance, Roland Martin, Jimmy Houston, right here on the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. I'm Pat Remwick. See you in a minute. Yes.
This is the mountain, and this is mountain whiskey. Unspoiled, untamed, forever wild. There's no safety net, no way down. Up here, it's just man, and the mountain, and his tin cup. Tin Cup Whiskey. Mountain whiskey.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff.
Here we go, round and round where we stop. Nobody knows. Welcome back. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and I got to tell you, this is magical for me and the rest of the crew here, as I hope it is for the rest of you, Bass Galaxy. Give it up for Bill Dance, Roland Martin, and Jimmy Houston right now. Wow. Holy cow. I know you guys. I grew up with you guys. I grew up with you. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, we did grow up together.
We did.
Remember, you were about 8 or 9 years old working for Jim Bagley Bait Company.
You're oh my gosh, Bill. Yes, you're so right. I was. Wow, you don't know how happy you just made me. Hey, you shaped my life, Bill. You didn't keep me completely out of trouble, but you kept me out of trouble I couldn't get out of. You know what I mean? Thank you for that, Bill.
Wayne Davis was a plant manager.
Yeah.
He had to keep you straight, keep fish hooks out of your fingers all day.
That's so great. And Roland, thank you so much for the many years of memories, and the continuation of the Martin saga is amazing. Thank you for gracing this show for the first time.
Great.
Yeah.
When you have a passion, you got to keep going.
Oh, and you are passionate. And Jimmy, you're no stranger to this Stray Cast show. You've been on. Look at you. You've been on here quite a few times, and I'll just tell you, every time you're on here, you leave the Bass Galaxy happy, if you know what I mean. Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you guys have more fun. You guys have more fun than a barrel full of monkeys. Like throwing a barrel full of monkeys and throw in Bill and Roland. Those guys they're my idols.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty amazing. You guys, let me say, is it safe to say that when it comes to bassing, you guys are the American dream? And when I say that, I mean, like, it's kind of like the story. You are the originals of proper bassing. You are the OGs.
Pioneers.
Yes, the pioneers. Thank you. And you started this thing for us all, if that makes any sense. You showed us that you could just be a normal dude, yet this beautiful fish that we chase could give us a life, the beyond our dreams. Isn't that crazy? Think about that, guys. This fish has given you guys a life beyond imagination. Isn't that nuts?
Well, it's a special fish, all right, I'll tell you. Well, it's the number one fish species in the United States.
A lot of other people.
Yeah.
What, Jim?
Yeah, it sure is, and it is a special fish, Bill. I mean, and you think about it, how much happiness that it brings to everyone. And Roland, think about this: the happiness that the three of you guys have brought by catching that fish. Think about that, Roland. That's nuts, right?
Well, I want to catch it again. That's the nice thing about catch and release. You can go catch it again tomorrow.
Absolutely. And beautiful point, Roland, because that's one of the things I have right here as a point. You taught us all three of you. Because of you, I feel that there is more fish for all of us to catch. Because if you didn't show us conservation and catch and release, man, there wouldn't be fish for the youth to catch right now. Do you agree with that, Jimmy? Do you agree with that?
Oh, there's absolutely no doubt about it. You know, when we started fishing, nobody threw a fish back. Everybody kept fish, and we've actually gone and caught more fish than Chris and I could eat. We'd fillet the fish and give them to all our neighbors. I mean, you just didn't throw a fish back. And the catch and release has caused fishing is better now than it's ever been in the United States. Bass fishing in particular, but a lot of other fishing also, because a lot of people will catch a bunch of crappie and they won't clean them all. They'll just clean enough that they want to eat, usually the small ones, so the larger ones back. So it's not only bass fishing, it's a lot of the other species now as well. But it's made all the difference in the world in bass fishing. Catch and release, if it hadn't been for catch and release, this game wouldn't be 20% of what it is right now.
I agree with you.
You're exactly right, Jimmy. But when we first started way back in the late 60s, we realized that catch and release was a very, very important thing. And we practiced that. I remember I used to end my show by catch a lot of fish, keep what you can use and release the rest. But we learned over a period of time that harvesting was a very important part. And we learned over a period of time, as I said, that harvesting program, we had to institute that because we'd get so many fish in our bodies of water. And so we went to slot limits of 13, 14 inch of releasing a percentage of the fish that we caught.
Right.
And it took me a long time for that to sink in, but I realized that a percentage of the fish that we catch that we have to harvest because we get overpopulations of fish and too many small fish in our bodies of water. And you have got some fabulous lakes on your place. And you have gotten to a point where overpopulations increase. There's just so many fish, or so many cows can live on an acre of water or an acre of land. There's so many deer can live in an acre of woods. There's so many people can live in a house. And so when you get overpopulations, you get overcrowding. And when you get overcrowding, what happens? It affects your growth rate. It affects your populations. It affects everything. So the harvesting programs are great now. And it took me a long time to realize that, but I do know the importance of harvesting now. So we don't practice the catch and release as strong as we used to, but we need to practice it a little bit more because many of our lakes now are overpopulated with stunted fish.
Yeah,
so
12 inchers. And they're usually
back in those early days, that catch and release was a very, very important thing that helped us with our stepping stones of moving up to where we are today.
Amazing point, Bill. And I know that Roland, you've seen that firsthand in a lot of Florida lakes where you get just an overabundance of small fish because of populations. A
10-pound bass. Everybody's got their own goal, but say a 10-pound bass, the recruitment of a 10-pound bass is something like 8 or 9 or 10 years. Well, if you keep that 10-pound fish for mounting purposes or for whatever reason, just to show somebody, you're just not going to get it back in the system. That's out of the system. It's just not something everybody's gonna have. So when you had places like Rodman Reservoir and some of the great fishing on the St. Johns River, Lake Okeechobee, and all the great things, as long as we did a catch and release on those big fish, it was all right. But the problem is so many people wanted to keep them to mount. So many people wanted to just show them off.
Yeah.
And so it's just so important on the fish over 4 pounds. In fact, we instigated a deal in our marina about 25 years ago. There'd be no fish cleaning of fish over 4 pounds. We wouldn't let anybody clean a fish over 4 pounds.
I like that.
Because that's somewhat of a trophy, a 4-pound fish.
Sure.
But the recruitment is so long, and it just can't be replaced. If you take those 4-pound fish out, you're not going to have a fishery.
Yeah. Your big fish, I agree that there'd be slots on bigger fish, but I'm talking about these small fish, these pound, say 12-inch fish, 14-inch fish. The harvesting of these smaller fish should be in place. I really believe that. And some states have gone to it. How do you feel about that in your lakes, Jimmy?
Well, it depends on the lake. That's one of the great things about it here in Oklahoma and in Texas also, and I'm sure around a lot of the part of the country, is it depends on the lake. It's like my 130-acre lake here at the house. We obviously have to take quite a few smaller fish out in order to, keep the population right. But one of the big deals is if you can have plenty of food. The cow analogy, Bill, is perfect because, like in Texas, there's places where you have to have so many acres for just one cow. And there's other places where you can have several cows on 1 acre, and it's all about food. So what we try to do in our lakes here in Oklahoma, here on the ranch, and we got the 130 and the 77, is we try to just have an abundance of food. We put crawfish in from Louisiana. We put tilapia in. We have we fertilize every year. We feed the bluegill where they can reproduce abundantly. We have redfin shad. We have gizzard shad. So we have a lot of food. It's kind of like you and me. And I know because I've eaten with you a lot. We go to a place and order a meat, a steak or a hamburger, or whatever, and we eat whatever they bring us. But if we go to a buffet, we got to get our $13 worth or whatever. So we keep going back and going back and going back to that buffet. And then we're so full we can't hardly move. And we say, well, we paid for dessert also. So we'll go back and have some dessert. And the fish are the same way. If we give them that buffet line, they will keep eating, they will keep growing, they'll keep producing, and they'll keep producing quality fish. But most man-made lakes that are around the country that we fish in, or the natural-made lakes in Florida, they can't sustain taking a whole lot of fish out. So that's why different lakes are different. Every lake's different.
Good point. Valid conservation points by the legends right there. Amazing. And again, a part of history. So and anybody can argue with this point and lose that you guys are very important in bass fishing history. There's no doubt about it. We again, to go back, we grew up with you. So what we would like to do is learn more about you that we might not know. And that's what we would like to do tonight with the Bass Galaxy, if you guys are okay with that. And just a series of questions, and let's get comfortable. And Jimmy brought it up. He said everybody's comfortable when they're eating, so let's go to a restaurant. Now, Roland, what would be your favorite place to eat? Like a type of food. A type of food.
Well, I love salmon Caesar salad.
Oh, okay. So a seafood restaurant.
Salmon Caesar salad.
Andy, let's take the guys to a seafood restaurant tonight. What do you think? Do we have any fine dining seafood that we could take the three? Oh, yes. I like it. Do you hear the ambiance? Yes. I like it.
Hey. Papados, and Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Red Lobster's got a lobster special right now.
and Long John Silver hush puppies. We love that.
Jimmy's trying to get a new sponsor.
Jimmy and I are on a diet. We can't do the carbs.
Oh yes. Okay. Sorry, Roland. Sorry. So we'll just have you. We'll get you some baked fish here at the restaurant. But let's just ask some questions to get to know you guys. And the first question is to you, Roland Martin. And again, gentlemen, interject on these questions or intercept these questions if you must, okay? Roland, I ask you, do you consider the three of you guys besties? Are you guys best buds?
Come back again, Pat.
I said, are you guys besties? Are you best friends, the three of you? Do you consider...
Bass Pro?
Yeah, the three... No, you guys, best friends, not Bass Pro.
Are we best friends, Roland?
Yeah.
We've been fishing together for 40 years.
40 years? Jimmy's laughing at you. So you're best friends. Now, Jimmy, are these guys your ride or dies? Are these guys...
Let me tell you. Hey, Pat, let me tell you how we are really good friends. Let me tell you, Roland Martin just spent 8 days at my house. 8 days at my house. So
he charged him for it, though.
You have to be a great friend for anybody to do that, or you have to charge rent.
Is he a good guest? Is Roland a good guest, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he gets up really early in the morning, but at night and in the evening when you sit down and watch a baseball game or a football game or something, by 7:30 he's asleep.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah,
that's a good guess right there.
Yeah, that's why he looks so good. He
eats anything you put on the table. It doesn't eat.
Yeah, he's got that Dick. Yeah, he's like the Dick Clark of bassing.
Yeah. Jimmy has like a 3-second delay.
Per night,
he's the world.
What did you charge him per night?
If Bill's not Elvis, Bill's big. That's Big Elvis, but he's the king.
Bill's the king. Hey, Bill. Tell
Yes.
me the story of how the three of you guys met. When did the three of you guys meet? What's your recollection?
Well, I met Jimmy at Lake Eufaula back in the late 1800s. Hey, we've been buddies for my goodness, forever. And Roland came along right after then.
Try
I met
1968.
Roland. Let's see. I met Roland on Toledo Bend. Let's see. That was
Right.
around the early 70s.
Okay.
Jimmy and I met in the late 60s, early 70s, and Roland, I believe you and I met on Toledo Bend just right after that. It was around the mid 70s.
January 70.
January 7th?
Was it January 70 we met?
Oh,
Well, I
he knows
met
the month.
Jimmy in the late 60s on Lake
19-
Eufaula at
1968.
68.
when, Jim?
Bill, it was 1968. And in
Okay,
that
late
tournament,
60s.
I remember that tournament so well because, 68. And I led that tournament the first day. And I was in second place after 2 days. And back then we fished a 3-day tournament. Everybody fished, 300 people. We drew partners, fishing with another competitor every day. And the third day of the tournament, I was having a really hard time catching fish. In fact, I only caught like 2 bass or 3 bass all day long, 15 bass limit. The first day I'd caught 11 bass that weighed 52 pounds and 8 ounces. I was leading the tournament. And Bill had a really bad first 2 days. And somebody came up to me and said, Bill Dance is right down the lake about a mile, sitting on a ledge, just like you're sitting on. And he's pulling in 5 and 6 and 7 pound fish every
my
cast
goodness.
almost. And I said, Bill Dance is so far down. I was not worried about Bill Dance. I'm worried about other guys, not Bill Dance. And we weighed in, and Bill Dance caught a larger string caught that day, I believe. And I fell down to 6th place in the tournament, and Bill Dance finished 7th, just a few ounces behind. So he came from, like probably not even in the top 100 or 150, all the way up to 7th place. And right then I knew that my idol Bill Dance was just as good as advertised.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
That was
Amazing.
a fabulous lake. I
1968.
remember that.
We were both puppies. He was still older than me.
Young pups. Hey, Roland, who's the most competitive out of all three of you?
Well, I mean, I think, when we were all competing together, I mean, it was nip and tuck. I mean, we still are competitive. Jimmy still fishes a few tournaments. I fish some local ones. I don't fish the big national tournaments. And Bill fishes some celebrity tournaments. But I'm telling you, when we get together on the playing field, hey, it's big time. I mean, it's cutthroat. I mean, we're after them, son. We're not pulling any punches. We're trying to catch them.
We were in the Everglades about a year or so ago, and Roland is the most competitive person. He believes that every cast he makes, he's going to catch one. And if you try to get around him on the front end of the boat, he'll clobber you with a 4-ounce jig in the back of your head.
I did that to Matt Robertson. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Roland, you do that. You're the first one that I remember ever talking about saying to creatively visualize a fish by an object. There's a bass by that stump, and I'm going to cast at it and catch it. You were one of the first guys in the game to really accentuate that.
Well, what I try to do is I try to visualize each cast. I try to pretend that I'm going to catch a fish the next cast, so I'm kind of ready for it. So I'm anticipating catching a fish. So I kind of make it more fun by visualizing the big fish there. By every single cast, I kind of visualize that there's a fish there. And it's just kind of a game, but it helps me out because it keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, Roland, I'm not going to kid you. Everything about you seems fun. You just seem like you're full of energy, man. Bill, do you believe how full of energy your buddy still is?
Well,
he is. Jimmy will verify. He's the most energetic. I tell you what, we were down at Venice, Louisiana, and we'd been catching redfish. And I think Roland and I were doing a show together catching redfish. And it's before daylight. And I'm downstairs, and I think Judy was with his wife. Judy was with Roland, and I'm sound asleep, and I hear something going, Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I said, what in the world is that? And then all of a sudden, bum, 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 bum. I thought, what in the world? And I thought, I put my head under the pillow and I waited. Bum, 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 bum. And this goes on for about 20 minutes. And I thought somebody was out there with a jackhammer. Excuse me. And come to find out, it's Roland. And he's running the stairs.
Running
like
stairs.
an hour and a half before
Running
daylight.
stairs.
It's
Running stairs.
exercise. You know those stairs down there at at Venice, down at the Lighthouse Hotel or Motel, Miss Jones' place, and bum 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 bum.
1,500 a day.
This is
1,500.
last year?
He's fired up. He's ready to go.
You're amazing, Roland.
And first thing, his wife says, "Come on, boys, it's time for breakfast." And she's got breakfast spread out for us, and Judy's got everything ready, and Roland's ready. He's fired up. He said, "Let's go, let's go, let's go." And I mean, he's the most energetic, most fired up person. And like he said, he's got more confidence and believes that every time he fires that bait out there, he sees that fish. He sees the fish, which direction it's moving. He's ready for it to hit his bait. He sees the direction the fish is coming at. He's bracing himself. He just knows he's going to catch a fish. And he stays on that high level of motivation every cast he makes. And I fished with him. And Jimmy's fished with him, and Jimmy will verify what I'm saying. He's the most, and that's what makes him so good and so good at this sport. He just stays highly motivated all the time, and that's why he catches a number of fish and the big fish that he catches. He's just that way.
Bill, I thought you were going to say he was outside.
He just constantly stays that way.
I thought you were going to say he was practicing.
Thank you, Bill. That was a great endorsement.
Is my check in the mail?
I like how you guys work together. That's pretty good.
Well, it's a true story. I'll tell you what, we've all fished together. We've had fun together. They said you can't mix business with pleasure. I don't know whoever said that. That's a bunch of hooey. But we've worked together. We've done commercials together. We've been friends and buddies for close to 50 years now, isn't it, Jimmy?
Wow.
67, go back that far.
Yeah, that's
Bill Dan.
He's 70.
Yeah, Bill Dan's.
It's over 50.
It's over 50 years. You go,
yeah, sure is, Roland.
Oh, it's over 50 years.
Oh my gosh.
Bill Dance and I have been in the outhouse together, a two-seater outhouse. Bill Dance and I have been in an outhouse together, a two-seater outhouse. Now, not many homes have a two-seater outhouse. I think it originated in Tennessee, somewhere around Collierville, where Bill lives, and he owns a two-seater outhouse. An outhouse.
That's bougie. That's
a lot of
bougie.
people know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Bill Dance has
the commercials that we did.
That's buddies right there. That's all I'm saying. That's friends.
Oh yeah, I remember all those crazy commercials that we did, Roland and all. We've had a good time together. We really have.
Yeah. Hey, what years were you guys competing against each other in the Bassmasters, the BASS? Do you know, like, if you could put a time frame, what year to what year were you guys?
Late 60s, 70s, early. I got out of it in the 80s, and I think Roland stayed with it for a good while after that. And Jimmy's still going after it, I think, a little bit. Aren't you, Jimmy? Competing in bass.
Well, I didn't fish tournaments last year for the first time in 54 years. 54 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a good year last year. I won over $50,000, which is probably, that's not bad. This same time, it's a lot of.
Not bad, Jimmy. Not too shabby at all.
Yeah, the tournament fish has been good. No doubt about it.
But he spent $125,000 in expenses. He didn't tell you that.
Were you guys running buddies together when you were fishing derbs? Did you guys run together?
I spent $125,000. What?
I said
what?
Do we do what together?
Jimmy's internet's a little back there. Hey, were you guys running buddies together when you fished derbies? Did you guys?
Oh yeah.
Travel together, talk together. Were you buds on tour?
Well, we spent time. We knocked around together
Jimmy's
a little
phone's
bit.
text message.
Probably went to dinner.
Jimmy's getting
together
text messages. That's Jimmy. Tell all your people to stop texting you. You're getting text messages, Jimmy.
We've got a video just popped up, and we got a video popped up on YouTube or Facebook, and our Jimmy Houston Outdoors on Facebook's got over 500,000 on it, and YouTube's got 87,000, and we post a video up tonight, and we're just having a lot of comments, which is great. A lot of stuff popping in there.
There it is again.
There it is.
Jimmy's alerts. That's outstanding. Hey, so
And if you're not subscribed to Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube, or Fishing with Roland Martin YouTube, or Bill Dance Outdoors YouTube, you need to do that right now.
That's right.
Right now.
That's exactly it. At this moment, now we're gonna start getting a bunch of
we're
things.
gonna get a bunch of
Well, there it is.
It's working.
You're dinging the heck out of everybody. Hey,
There we go.
hey, Mr. Dance, Bill Dance, who did TV first out of you guys?
Who what?
Oh my, who did TV first out of you guys?
Well, I remember when I first started, I wouldn't be doing TV today if it hadn't been for Jerry McInnes. Jerry was doing. I used to go with Jerry when Jerry was doing TV shows. I spent a lot of time with Jerry. Jerry went on to produce a show for ESPN, and Jerry went on to purchase BASS. We lost Jerry last year. He was a great guy, great friend.
Sure was.
But he was responsible for me to really get into this. I was working for Cotton Cordell at the time, and Cotton said, we need to do a fishing show. And I was doing a local show in the Memphis market, and one in Jackson, Mississippi, Baton Rouge, and Paducah, Kentucky. At that time, I was doing 208 shows a year, 52 weeks in 4 different markets. And we syndicated, and finally, after syndication costs went up, we went with cable. And
it's Roland.
Then Virgil Ward was in there at that time, as best I recall. And then we started a show in Little Rock, Arkansas called Telesports. And they were producing Bill Dance Outdoors, Roland Martin. Remember that, Roland?
Yeah.
Real Breckenridge, Mark Sosen.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely.
And who else was with us, Roland?
Oh, the guy from Walker's Cay Chronicles.
Flip pallet?
Oh, Flip Pallet, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
Okay.
started him off there.
So
Yeah.
we were producing 5 different shows under a name called Telesports. And we did that for a period of time. And then I think Roland moved on, and I moved on. Mark moved on, and Telesport floated down the Arkansas River. But we started Bill Dance Outdoors. When I first started, it was Outdoors with Bill Dance. And back then we had a magazine that came out called TV Guide. You may remember
Yeah,
that.
I do. I sure do. Bill.
And I'd pick it up, and it would say Outdoors. And I said, well, why didn't they put Outdoors with Bill Dance? And I contacted the editor one time, and he said, we don't have room for all that. So right that day, I changed my name in Outdoor Guides from Outdoors with Bill Dance to Bill Dance Outdoors.
Makes
And
sense.
then they started putting Bill Dance, and they started putting Bill Dance Fishing. And I remember that flip flop back in those days. I went from Outdoors with Bill Dance to Bill Dance Outdoors.
Amazing.
And at that time, you could pick up an outdoor guide, and it would have Bill Dance Outdoors, Fishing with Virgil Ward, and then all of a sudden, the little boy that peroxides his hair in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, he jumped on the scene. Our good buddy. And there he is. Look at him. The little Jimmy. Jimmy jumped in. Jimmy started
Hey,
showing
take
me
your
fishing
hat
with
off.
Roland
Let's see how
Martin.
much hair you
Roland
have left.
had a very popular show and still does. Jimmy's show's still going to town. It's very, very popular. So we're still doing what we love to do. And I've been doing it, I think, I'm going on 56 years of doing outdoor television. So it's been a
Wow.
long time.
56 years.
Yeah.
Unreal. Unreal.
Going into our 56th year.
Wow.
So
Hey,
we've
Jimmy.
been doing it a long time.
Jimmy, you know how Bill's got all the bloopers? You know, like all the blooper reels we always see a Bill dance? Like, how come you how come you and Roland don't have them?
Our
That's
whole
Roland.
shows are bloopers.
Tell Roland.
We-
Oh, hey,
We air
Roland.
our bloopers every single week, and
Hey, Roland. That's
you
your.
run around with Bill very much. You understand why he has bloopers. He is a blooper.
He's a whole blooper.
What did he just say?
He's I don't know, Roland, your alerts are going off on your phone, so we keep hearing the chimes for some reason, Roland, from your.
He's so popular.
Yeah, he
gets so many
is.
calls.
He's a YouTube star. He's bigger than Hasselhoff in Germany. Bill Dance, do you know that? Yeah,
He's a popular fisherman. I'm telling you, look at him.
He's the greatest
This is
American
what
fisherman.
it's called.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, Roland. It's either you or Jimmy.
Roland got about 150,000 people on his YouTube channel. About 150,000. That's really a large channel.
No,
NBC's calling him right now, probably.
or some celebrity or something. You know how it is, Bill, with him. You know.
Oh, it is with Roland.
Check it to see how big it's going to be this month from YouTube.
The old residual. I like it. Roland, why does Bill get all the blooper credit? I know you have a bunch of them.
Well, he's done them. He does them all the time. Because, you know, the thing about Bill, he tries to be real gracious and real careful, but he's somewhat of a klutz. And he does fall out of the boat, and he does do things like that on occasion. And it gets really tough, you know. I mean, he tries to be careful, but I've seen him fall out of the boat.
Like for real, like you're just prone to accidents.
Well, he's not as bad
Yes,
as Ron
he
Linder,
is.
but he gets there.
Hey,
I
Bill.
tell you won't believe
Ron Linder-
that was a freakiest deal. How that deal
A lot of
started.
stuff on purpose.
Huh? Do what, Pat?
That was Jimmy. Jimmy's on a delay.
Oh, what'd you say, Delay? Go ahead, Jimmy.
I said it's somewhat of a klutz. It's putting it pretty mildly.
Oh wow. Okay.
Still is an accident. And it's already happened in most cases. An accident that's already happened. And he may not be quite as klutz as Ron Linder. That's true. But Ron Linder tore up a lot of your stuff, Roland, on purpose. He told me he did.
Okay.
When he got in your boat, he tore it up a lot of times on purpose. You tore your boat up a lot of times on purpose yourself.
Oh, I know.
Well,
I
Roland
tell you what, doing the work we do, you can't help but tear up stuff.
I think it's one boat stuff.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. I do my share. I do my share.
So, Bill, I got to ask you, out of the three of you, who's the biggest daredevil? Like, who's the biggest daredevil out of the three of you?
Ooh, Roland, let me tell you what. Roland and Johnny Morris and I, one time, were in the Mississippi River. And a freighter was coming up the river, heading toward New Orleans. And I think it was out of Singapore. And it was a monstrous freighter. And every other boat just took off and went up in creeks and everywhere else. And the pilot house warned us it was a monstrous freighter coming up and get out of the river. And we were down there red fishing, Johnny and Roland and I. We were doing a show for Roland, and we were doing a show fishing with Roland Martin and a show for our saltwater series. And so Roland says, "Oh, we need to head on down." And Johnny said, "Roland, we're heading right toward that freighter." And I said, "Yeah, we are, Roland." Roland said, "We'll be all right. We'll be all right." And I said, "Roland, those swells are unbearably high. I mean, they're just tremendously high." We'll be all right. We'll be all right. And Johnny looked at me. Johnny looked at me like a cow looking at a new gate. And I looked at Johnny, and Johnny kind of shook his head. And I looked at Roland, and we just plowed right on straight toward Mexico, heading right toward that big freighter.
Wow.
And all of a sudden I'm looking, and I said, Roland, we better turn off. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. I've done this before.
Evil
We're fine."
Knievel.
And I thought, boy, do you know what you're doing? And about that time, we got about sideways with that freighter. And we went up on a swell,
Oh,
and
boy.
usually the third one is the monster.
Sure.
And we went down, and all you could see was blue sky
Oh,
and
no.
water.
Oh, Lord.
And Johnny said, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee." And I said, you better say more than just that."
Yeah.
And Roland hit it and 45'd up on this next swell. And I think when we got on top of it, you could see Cuba. And then we 45, we troughed off it down in, I mean, it looked like we went to the bottom of the Mississippi River. And Johnny, I looked, and his fingerprints were in the fiberglass on that boat. And we troughed up on it, and we came down into the third one. And I thought, I've been in some rough water. And Roland was just,
He didn't.
"It's a
didn't
pretty
bother.
day in the neighborhood." I mean, it's a pretty day in the neighborhood. And we troughed it. And our camera crew had shot up in a creek, and it drained all the water out of the creek. They said they saw fish flopping on the bottom, and then the water gushed back in. And when they popped out, they said, they looked and they said, "Bill and Johnny and Roland are gone. They're gone.
Oh.
They're no longer here.
Oh,
They're
no.
gone." And they tried to call us, and we popped out behind that thing, and I looked behind it, and the swells, you could see Port of Singapore on the back of that thing, and the freight was stacked up from here to Yondersville, stacked up, and Roland looked, and he says, "We're okay." Johnny said, "Roland, you are one crazy man."
I don't know if he said that.
And I said, "He is crazy." I said, "Roland, you're crazy." "Oh, that wasn't nothing. That wasn't nothing." And I thought, I would never in a million years take that chance. But Roland, it was nothing to Roland. He just kept on boogieing it right on down. And we shot through the jetties, a gap in the jetties, and went on red fishing. It was like nothing to it.
Roland, you are nuts. You're like the Evil Knievel of Bassin. You're.
Yeah.
But he knows how to run a boat. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, whoa, well, Sonny Jim, I tell you, that was an experience.
Oh my gosh, unreal. Absolutely. Hey, back in the day, I want to go back to the Derbs when you guys were running together in tournament days. Let's say you were out together on an off tournament night. Running the town together. Then maybe you run into Forrest Wood and Tom Mann. Maybe Tom Mann's in town. Hey, Virgil Ward, or those Murray boys. They were wild too. They were wild too. So I ask, out of you three running buddies, let's ask this to Jimmy Houston. Hey, Jimmy, who out of Roland and who out of Roland and Bill is the guy that you want with you in the barroom brawl? You know what I mean? If things go south, Jimmy, who are you picking as the brawn, Roland or Bill?
If we have to fight, I'm gonna go with my buddy Roland.
Okay.
But I believe that if I have Bill there, he can start telling a story, and by the time he gets through telling that story, I could be out of town. I'd be gone. I'd be clear back to the hotel. Because once he starts telling the story, it's going to last a while. And whoever is mad at us is going to whip us. They're out of the mood. Then we have to fight. I got to have Roland to fight. But if I just say, wait a minute. Let's go outside and let Bill tell you this story. And that would be all it took right there. Because it takes
You get further with sugar than you can with vinegar.
Story. Yeah. And it could even be true. Story could be true. Could be true.
Oh my
Probably
gosh!
not.
Hey, Bill, he's saying you're more windy than him. Bill, Jimmy's saying you're more long-winded than he is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more smooth than I get how you
Like
I just told
Tennessee
you.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Hey, you get further with sugar than you can vinegar.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
So
Right.
you can usually talk your way out of something better than you can just fight your way out of it.
That's. I agree. I'm with you. Bill. Because every
I
time.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Roland.
Bill, do my talking.
Yeah, he can talk. He can talk. Hey,
You're
Roland.
funny, Jimmy.
Roland, what? You guys are all authors, and I want to tell you that 101 bass fishing secrets or bass catching secrets. I get it confused, but one of my it sits on my coffee table to this day, and it's a reference. It is a reference point for bass in life. Just so you know, Bill Dance, your Bass and Objects book, amazing, especially the segment with Jerry Reed and Deadheads. Loved it. I loved that, Bill, when you did that. Jimmy Houston caught me a biggin. My grandpa would tell me the story of the squirrel on the tree with the nut and the bass all the time. Your guys' books before, before there was internet. People read stuff in books.
Sure.
Yeah, they read stuff in books. And to me as a kid, your guys' books.
They actually still do, Pat. People actually still do read.
Oh, do they?
Is that right?
Yeah. I just watch YouTube.
This just
I just watch Roland, Bill, and Jimmy on YouTube. That's all I do. I don't know. But think about that. The knowledge that we got from those books. Now, Roland, I got to ask you, did you read your buddy's books? Like, did you read any of Bill's books?
Oh, yeah. Well, see, also, Jimmy's done a lot of devotional books, a lot of religious.
Yes,
and
sir.
It's very, very heartwarming. Yeah. Yeah. And it's real Christian oriented books. Yeah, I like them. Yeah, they're really good.
Uplifting. Did you ever read There He Is, Bill Dance's book on plastic worm fishing? Did you ever read There He Is?
Well, Bill Dance, unquestionably, is the best plastic worm fisherman that's ever been in this world. He is the best.
I agree.
Period.
I agree. And Jimmy Houston is
Bill,
known.
the best worm fisherman ever.
Yeah, he is. Bill, you used to tell me it doesn't matter what color plastic worm you throw as long as it's blue. You used to tell me that when I was a kid.
That's the only color I had was blue.
Hey,
it goes back to the old Bill. You remember Bill Stimbridge, don't you, Jimmy and Roland?
Yes.
The flip tail worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first. Yeah. That's the first plastic worm I ever fished.
Gotcha.
Really?
Yeah, they were made down in Marietta, Georgia. Bill Stimbridge flip tail worm.
Yep.
Wow, the old flip tail. Yep.
Something else.
Yeah,
they were a big worm too, big long 8-9 inch worm. Yeah.
Yeah, he made a 7 1/4, and then he made a little 6 inch. Then he made that great big one. It was, I think, it was around 9 inch.
The old flip.
And but that's the first plastic worm I ever fished.
And Bill, you used to back in the day when you and I used to work sports shows for Bagley together, and also Mans, and you were with Mans at the time, and you said blue jelly worm, 3/16 ounce bullet weight, and a 3/0 true turn. That's all you need. You catch bass anywhere in the world, even Cuba. You still agree that?
Yeah, we used to promote. Then I went to work for Cream Lure Company back at that time. But
yeah.
It was a Sproat hook. You remember we used to promote that Sproat hook.
Yeah.
It was a shorter distance from the point to the throat of the hook. And you don't see that Sproat hook anymore, but they don't promote it like they used to. But that Sproat hook, I remember when I first went to work for Cream, we came out with a kit with, I think, 3 hooks, 6 slip sinkers. I don't know why we had more slip sinkers than we did hooks, and 6 worms. And it was called a shimmy gal.
Wow.
And you remember that, Jimmy?
I used to use the shimmy gals.
Yes, I do.
The 6 inch ones, yeah. Shimmy gal.
And that was the first job I ever had working for a lure company. My dream was to go to work for a tackle company. And I was fortunate. I remember the first year tournaments came along, I had 3 seconds. And the second year, I had 3 wins. And I came home, and in the first 10 days, I had 3 job offers. One to go to work for Jim Bagley, one to go to work for Head and Lure Company, and one to go to work for Cream. And I took the job with Cream because 50% of the fish I was catching was on plastic worms.
Awesome.
So I went to work for Nick Cream at that time. But then later in life, was starting with TV and everything. That's when Bagley and I kind of got together as a sponsor. And I had several other sponsors, but Bagley was a major sponsor later in life. That's when you and I met, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But plastic worms were, I'd say 50% of the fish I caught every year was caught on plastic worms.
Unbelievable. And you guys are famous, of course, for signature lures. So except like the only signature lure that I think of with Jimmy Houston is that is the Strike King blue and chartreuse copper blade quarter ounce spinnerbait. But Jimmy, I ask you, where did you catch more fish on, the helicopter lure or the helicopter lure?
The helicopter lures. Oh yeah.
He and Fred Ward.
Honestly, in all honesty, Bill talking about catching 50% of his bass on a plastic worm, and which is probably it's probably a larger percentage than 50% that Bill was catching on a plastic worm. But in my better tournament years there for a long time, I would probably in the course of a year's time catch 70% of all the bass that I caught on a spinnerbait, and I still catch a tremendous amount of fish on a spinnerbait. It's still my favorite bait to throw. We've got a Jimmy Houston legend spinnerbait now through Lucky Strike. But you mentioned Strike King Lure Company, and Bill and I have a very close-knit situation there with Strike King from the inception, with Charlie Spence, who started that company.
Yeah.
And something that a lot of people don't realize now is back at Strike King, which is a very successful company, is when Charlie Spence started that company, 100% of his advertising budget was Bill Dance Outdoors and Jimmy Houston Outdoors. He didn't sponsor any fishermen. He didn't buy any magazine advertising. He didn't do anything other kind of advertising than those two shows. And it was a very large sponsor for Bill, a very large sponsor for us. And both of us would just about walk through a fire for Charlie Spence. But to be honest with you, he would probably walk through a fire for us also. And he was one of the pioneers in this industry. And Bill's thrown a few names out there that are people that really made this industry. People like Jim Bagley, people like Bill Norman, Cotton Cordell,
Yes, sir.
Nick Cream, on
Yes,
and on
sir.
and on. There's so many of those names back in the early days, and had not it been for those individuals, there probably would not ever been a Bill Dance Outdoors, a Fishing with Roland Martin, and Jimmy Houston Outdoors, because those guys, they were the ones that had the vision to say, we could put these spinnerbaits, these plastic worms, these crankbaits in these guys' hands, and they could sell a lot for us on television. And we've been doing that for the three of us together. Are those 3 television shows are 3 of the longest running television shows in the history of television.
right.
I think only 2 or 3 soap operas, like General Hospital and The Days of Our Lives, or a couple of those, are the longest running shows. I mean, you're talking about outdoor show. You're talking about television shows,
Yeah,
period.
think about that.
Not just outdoor shows, television shows, period, that have been on longer than Gunsmoke, longer than I Love Lucy, with original episodes. And all 3 of us are still producing original episodes right now, today. We're doing shows for 2022 right now. We've signed television contracts out to 2023 and 2024.
Unreal.
So, you're not talking about just outdoors. You're talking about the history of television.
100%.
We've been there, and we'll be there until we die. I'm just telling you that. I can speak for my buddies. We'll be there until we die.
Yeah, they don't catch bass on General Hospital, so we don't care.
Go ahead, Roland. Go ahead.
I'm going to have to go. I got to get up at 2:30. I got a 3.5 hour drive in the morning, and I got to be at dawn to the Headwaters Lake. So
You're going back to Headwaters.
very much longer.
Okay, well, Roland, I don't want to keep you. I don't want to keep you up. Hey, how about before we go, we'll do this real quick, and we'll just play a little Stray Cast game show. It's 5 questions for the winner, and we'll leave it at that, and then we'll call it a night. What do you think, Roland?
Okay.
I mean, because you guys, I want to see how much you guys know about each other. That's what I really want to find out right now. So, Andy, let's give him some good old-fashioned game show music. How's that? Oh, yeah. You hear that, Bill? You know the match game.
Yeah, I'm game.
Yeah, Bill is. Jimmy's always up for a good time, and Roland, we're gonna run right through this right here. So basically,
I'm ready to compete.
Yeah, I know you are. I know, Roland. Don't let these guys beat you. Okay, Roland. Don't let. Do you hear Jimmy? He's ready. So I'm even putting my glasses on for this. So I'm gonna ask you the first question. We'll go to Mr. Dance. We'll let him lead off.
Oh, good gosh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got your this. It's all on the line here, Bill, and this is gentlemen's.
All right, I'll try to answer it.
Gentleman's bet, and you have to tell me, Bill. Let's see. Let me get to it. Bill, who was the 1976 Bass Invitational champ on Santee Cooper? Was it Roland Martin or Jimmy Houston?
Well, both of them are mighty good. And was it on Santee?
Yes, sir. Santee Cooper,
In 76?
76.
Well, Roland knows Santee like an otter knows water.
Okay.
And normally you would think I would say Roland, and normally I would, but I know it's a trick question. But I'm gonna say Jimmy Houston.
And the answer is Jimmy Houston. You are correct, Bill Dance. Very savvy. Very
Roland,
savvy.
I know it was a trick question. I would normally say you, but it was a trick question. But I'm gonna say Jimmy because Jimmy is as good with a spinnerbait as anybody, and I saw
Okay. Yeah.
Jimmy, I think in a video clip throwing that spinnerbait and up in the swamp or somewhere on Santee.
Yep, that's right.
I remember it. I
That was
think
it.
it was
Jimmy Houston is the correct answer. And now,
got it.
all right, let's go to Roland. Now we're going to Roland. Bills gets 1 point. Give Bill. Here we go, Roland. Now, this is about either Bill or Jimmy. Which one of your friends was the 1969 National Gut Hook Champion? The National Gut Hook Champion in 1969. Who was that?
What kind of champion?
The gut hook. Gut hook. You know, like when you hook a fish. He holds this title. It's his title. The 1969 National Gut Hook Champion. It's either
Gut hook.
Yeah, gut hook. It's
What's a gut?
It's an odd title, but he owns it.
I don't know. Understand what the gut hook is.
I don't understand it either, but it's in it's in this gentleman's credentials.
Waited too long to set the hook.
Yeah, you
I
would
never heard of it.
When they swallow the hook.
Yeah.
Well, Bill being a worm fisherman like he is, that's all he fishes. He's going to gut hook a lot of fish.
Yeah, well, you're right. Bill Dance is the correct answer, and I don't even know what that is, Bill. What is the gut?
I don't gut hook fish. Who said that?
Bill. It's the in 1969. It said you were the national gut hook champion. I don't even
Who
know
said
what
that?
the history books. I'll text it to.
That's okay.
You have a trophy. You have a trophy. You have a trophy for it. What about that big trophy you have?
Good hook fish. I hate that expression.
Bill, I don't know. They gave it to you. I think we need to get that retracted.
I'd like to see who said it.
Yeah.
Did you say that, Houston?
We'll bring them to you, Bill.
These are coming from your friends.
I don't know.
These are coming from your friends.
I
Hey,
fish with marvelous hooks even.
hey.
Okay, James, it's your turn.
Is that right, Roland?
Okay, Jimmy, who is your friend, Bill or Roland? Which one of your friends caught the first fish ever in BASS history? Which one of your friends?
Bill Dance.
It was Bill Dance.
Bill Dance caught the first bass ever in history. Period.
In the history of man, yes.
Yeah, in the history of the world.
Yes, in the history of man.
Hey, I'm 111 years old.
Caught a live worm and fixed his rig.
All right, this is for all the marbles. Roland, you're right. You're exactly right, Jimmy. But this is the tiebreaker. Roland's got to get up and go to the headwaters and jack giant bass tomorrow. So Roland, this is for all the marbles. If you get this right, you are the champion of the legends of the trifecta. Are you ready, Roland, for the winning? This is your chance. Which one of your friends would have been a doctor but chose professional fishing instead because he didn't like blood and guts? Which one of your friends?
Well, Jimmy actually studied to law. He wanted to become a lawyer.
Oh.
He almost became a lawyer. Jimmy did almost become a lawyer. So that kind of leaves Jimmy out. So it's got to be Bill.
And Bill Dance is the correct answer. And Roland Martin, you are the champion of the legends right here on Stray Casts. Wow. Sorry, Bill.
Congratulations, buddy.
I love it.
Must be your most distinguished title of all times. Hey, guys, I got to tell you, I know I know you guys got things going on, and I just want to tell you, Bill Dance, Roland Martin, and Jimmy Houston, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for the entire Bass Galaxy, what you have shared with us. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
And thank you, Pat. It's great seeing you again, buddy. Enjoyed being with you guys. Jimmy, good to see you again, old buddy. Roland, good luck tomorrow.
Bill.
Okay. Great to see you,
You're
partner.
looking good. Looking good, Bill. Roland, you're
Y'all are
looking good
too,
losing all
buddy.
that
I'll
weight,
see you.
pal.
Hope to see you soon. Miss you. Love you.
Yes, Roland.
Okay, Roland, our fishing trip is on for the week of March 17th. I mean, May 17th.
May 7th.
Excuse me, May 17th. The week of May 17th.
Mark
It's
it.
on.
Mark
Good,
it.
good.
Yeah, we're all coming.
We'll see y'all there.
We'll see.
Okay. Love
Roland,
y'all.
Jimmy,
See you
Bill,
guys.
thank you. Take care. Excellent, right there. That's Roland
ya.
Martin.
Thank you,
That's Bill
guys.
Dance and Jimmy Houston. They're the three legends. That's it right there on Stray Casts.
Wow.
Guys, amazing. We love you. We love you guys.
Thanks, Pat. God bless.
You too, Jimmy. Thank you, Roland. Oh my gosh. Later, Bill.
Wow.
Hey,
Bye, buddy. Thank you.
take care, man. Hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. This is Stray Cast.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I don't even know what to say because a lot of times we do these shows and I don't even know what happened because we're kind of in a little bassin fog, and it's
Yeah.
amazing when you get to hang out with your childhood heroes and they're right here in front of us and they're just you know.
Those are the guys.
Yeah, they walk through the garden just like you and me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we had Al Linder on the show. That was for me. I didn't think it would get better. And then there's the other three guys that made me want to fish.
When Bill, I gotta confess something. When I used to have Bill come on the Bass Buzz radio show, and he didn't really remember who I was at that time when I worked now that he that all came together.
That's crazy.
I
didn't believe you.
Dude, I mean,
You're like, yeah, he's hanging out with Bill Dance. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, whatever.
yeah, I mean, well, it just it's crazy stuff, and
It's proven.
and how important that all those gentlemen are, all
Yeah.
the legends.
Yeah, and I didn't get to share some of the stats I wrote down, but I want to say one right now.
Please do, Ryan.
In the first 16 years of the Bassmasters, 16 years, there was 5 winners of Angler of the Year. And those 3 guys had 14 of them.
Oh my
They had
gosh!
14 AOYs of the first 16 years
Top that.
of the Bassmasters.
Top that.
Roland had 9 of them. Bill had 3. Jimmy had 2. And then there was 2 other guys that we don't really know who they are, Larry Nixon and Hank Parker.
Unreal.
But I mean, yeah, they started the whole thing. The whole thing. Those were the first stars of the Bassmasters, which we, that's the whole.
I'm
grail
floored
for us.
right now. I don't. I want to call my mom.
Yeah. Andy, thoughts?
Andy, how are you? Are you okay?
I'm still shocked.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely unbelievable.
You did like a 2-hour show before the show.
Yeah, it was.
With those guys.
You sure did, and this might be the shortest straight cast show ever.
Well, we should have done it earlier, but
We should have went to the Old Country Buffet
yeah,
for the early bird, for the fudge fountain.
that's right.
It's
So
Incredible though.
all right. Let's muck the barn and get this whole deal all going.
Who won stuff?
I don't know. It is time for the. Oh, hey, there's Jake Haas. He is in New Jersey. I'm from Jersey. You from Jersey?
What's up, Jake?
What's going on, Jake? What'd you think of the legends?
That was amazing.
Have you ever heard of Bill Dance, Jimmy Houston, and Roland Martin before?
I have. They were sitting in Dick's Sporting Goods booth at Bassmaster Classic, and there was like 8,000 people around. I said, "Why are those people standing there?" And he said, "Well, there's 3 guys up there. They're important people, and it happened to be those 3."
And you're like,
So that's my story.
you're
I'm
like,
sticking
hey,
to it.
bud. And then you
then
went
you
up
saw
to the
the
top.
tops.
You're like, well, the sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And they were like, security! Security!
You saw the tops of their heads. And
Yes.
you're like, I saw him.
I know.
I saw him.
That's them! That's them! Oh my gosh. Do you believe how great a shape Roland Martin is?
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck?
Dude, he's he's outside practicing his trumpet.
and
Or running stairs.
Running stairs. Unreal.
And getting up at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. He's got no work today.
There's
What song is this, Jake? What song? I'm quizzing the youth. Whose theme song is this?
Oh, geez. This is
Mountain
the Jimmy
Stream.
Houston.
Yes, sir. You got it right. Good job.
There you go.
Good job, Jake. Yes. He'll fish anywhere, even at headwaters. Lord knows he'll be there. He's going to headwaters bright and early in the morn.
Who's this one, Jake?
It's old Roland Martin.
Father.
Hey,
Oh, you gave it away.
catch him. Ow. That's him. That's Roland. Heck yeah, man. Dude, I'm excited. Still. Orlando. Where's Orlando?
No.
Andy, get Orlando on the Zoom.
next
Ladies
week.
and gentlemen.
There we go.
Orlando Wilson. Give it up for Orlando Wilson, Bass Galaxy.
Next week.
Oh, that's not
Let's do Orlando and Hank next week.
Orlando and Hank.
Orlando and Hank. Yeah.
Just do legends
Yeah, why
from
not?
now on.
All right, let's give something away.
Charlie Ingram,
let's-
no?
Let's do that. Hey, Sims Fishing
Yeah.
is giving away a what's the bag, Jake? What's it called?
It is called the Dry Creek Gear Pouch.
The dry
Waterproof.
the what?
The waterproof gear pouch.
The dry
Creek?
The dry
How
creek.
now, brown cow?
How now, Brown? So do wallaroos have pouches too? I don't know. But
They
so
can.
this, yeah,
They can.
This
One of those things that guy hits with the truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dean Sylvester.
Yeah.
He hits those.
The wallabies.
Sylvester. So what's the deal? What's the deal, Jake?
The deal is
I'm trying to
it's a
confuse you.
$60 bag.
Yeah, I'm trying to confuse you. So okay, so it's a $60 bag from Sims Fishing.
Here we go.
And it is a dry creek satchel,
Yes.
Some-
Waterproof satchel.
waterproof satchel, and you can keep plastics in it, or you could keep anything in it.
Yeah, kids.
Yeah,
Kids.
GI Joes. Yeah, any assorted action figures.
Yeah. Fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners.
Yo-yos.
Ice fishing equipment.
There you go.
If you don't do that, it's ridiculous.
Small jigs.
3 millimeter tungsten jigs.
All right.
It's invigorating.
Here we go.
So do you have a winner, Jake?
I do have a winner.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jake Haas. Hello, everybody. I'm Bill Dance. And the winner is being presented tonight by Jake Haas. Hi, Jake.
And the winner is
Yes.
Gary Sandberg.
Adam Sandberg.
Ryan Sandberg.
Ryan Sandbergleton.
Gary Sandberg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny Unitas.
Ryan Sandberg used to wear flip up glasses.
He did,
this.
just like those.
Yeah.
So did Thad Bosley.
Yeah.
Did you know
And
that?
Sean Dunstan.
And Dunstan checks in, whatever that is. And Weekend at Bernie's.
Gary Sandberg.
Hey, Gary Sandberg, you are the winner of the $50 Sims pouch. How did they get it, Jake?
DM Straycast.
BM Straycast
And-
Facebook.
Attention Jake Haas.
Attention, Jake Haas. DM
And I'll
Straycast.
reach out for more information and get it out to you.
There it is, right there. And remember,
Nice.
when you get your prizes, please share that you got them and everything and blah blah blah. And if you're waiting on prizes, we promise they are coming.
Mandatory 20-minute unboxing video.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes, Andrew.
We got a big birthday tomorrow.
What's going on?
Big number 8.
What? Oh, tell me.
Serafina.
It's Seraphina's birthday. It's that time of year
Yeah.
again. Oh my gosh! Holy cow!
Crazy 8.
It's my Fifi's birthday. She's 8 already. Do you know that 8 is a magical year? 8 is the year that
The
she
year
actually
8?
gets. Yeah, she actually gets to meet unicorns and my pet wolf.
Yeah, she keeps asking about this.
Yes, she gets to meet the pet wolf finally
One of these
at 8
days.
years old, Sarah. So we'll pull this clip for her, and we'll
Yeah.
make sure that she gets to meet the wolf. And
Wow.
sometime in 2021, Sarah, you will
ready.
meet the wolf. And my goal is next week, Andy. I'm gonna have us a new monitor, so I don't have to squint. I don't have to
All right.
squint the entire episode because I spend the entire.
Put those glasses on.
Well, I look like Wayne World. I
Wayne-
don't like. Yeah, I look like
Wayne
when I go to the Jewel, I
Singular?
look like the Wayne World, and I got the glasses on. Wayne World Party Time Excellence. You know what I mean? So anyway, over here in Chicago, we like to take things wild and keep it crazy and eat pizza and lots of carbs and lay low in the winter time to get ready for bassing because Braidwood opens on March 1st. Yeah, and we got to catch fish in nuclear power plants because it sucks so bad around here.
Hopefully we can get to it.
But here's what's awesome about the Chicagoland area if you're just tuning in. Besides fish location
Portillo's?
presentation. No, it's them dang Calsag bass anglers.
Yes.
That's right. It's the Calsag bass anglers. What's the website, Ryan?
CalSagBass.com.
CalSagBass.com. It's the place in the Chicagoland area to win big rubles, big bucks in derbs. That's right. The biggest payout in the region on the historic site of the 2000 Bassmaster Classic.
Over 100% payout.
Over 100% payout on Lake Calumet, and now adding the Big Lake Shootout.
Yes, sir.
Aha. Yes, Andrew.
It's Big Jake's birthday, too, tomorrow.
Hey, Big Jake.
Billings.
Oh, my goodness. It's Rattlesnake
I
Jake.
forgot. Yeah, they're both on tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. It's Jake and Fifi's birthday?
It's going to be a party.
What if someday they get married?
Wow.
What would you think
I
of
don't
that?
know them Billings boys.
They're related to the Whites.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know
related
them
to the
Billings
notorious
boys.
Whites.
Garage wedding?
I don't know.
Hey, if Jake invites Fifi over to the garage to party
Yeah,
sometime,
I don't know.
she ain't going. I'm not having it. I'm not letting her hang out with
Nope.
Jake. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Does
it.
he get a wolf too?
He gets a hyena.
Not you, Jake. It's a rattlesnake, little Jake.
Little Jake.
Yeah, it's little Tom Billings' son, Jake. Not you. I didn't want to make this. Let's not make this not weird. This we're talking about Tom Billings' son, Jake. It's his birthday tomorrow, and he's like 10 or 11 or something.
Yeah.
And Fifi's 8. Yeah. So with that, we conclude. Jake, good job, dude, and you're doing a great on cleanup too. You're a good cleanup man, like Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, clutch.
Yeah, you're a good job. And Andrew Ellenberger.
It's a pioneer.
Yeah,
Really.
you're doing a good job, I should say.
Pioneer,
He is a pioneer. Andrew Ellenberger, way to produce the heck out of this thing tonight. You
got it.
had your hands full. You literally taught Roland how to. I know Brian the Carpenter did it when Roland was on the Ike Live
Yeah.
show,
Taught him
and
how
you
to
did it
internets.
again. And so now Roland is very
ready.
He's good at Zoom and just all you other talk shows out there. Now you know. And Bill Dance, wow. Unbelievable.
Man.
Unbelievable. He's in my bass fishing band. You know that. Bill's in
He
the
said
band.
he doesn't do live, but he just did live.
He did live, man. And thank you so much to Bill Dance Jr. and Pamela Dance as well. For I'm part of the fam now. I'm just gonna let you know. I mean, I really am.
Dance partner.
Bill Jr. and I are besties. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Bill, and we'll get this all straight. But thank you for the kindness that you showed in supporting this show and this broadcast and making things amazing for us all. Hey, we'll be back next Wednesday night. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. Maybe we won't be back. Let's just see what happens. How's that?
Yeah.
Let's just take it each bassin' day at a time. Bass Galaxy, I bid you peace. I thank you so much for the opportunities that you provide. Largemouth, smallmouth bass, red-eye bass,
Spotted bass.
spotted bass,
Guadalupe.
Hey,
bass.
I'm Pat Remick, Ryan Whitaker. Larry Kyleman's putting the stuff up on the iTunes. That'll be ready tomorrow. Jay Kaz in Jersey, thank you for everything you do. Gosh, what am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? I don't know. I'm going to go shovel my Crestliner out
Go
right
shovel.
now. I think I need to do that. Hey, peace, everybody. Take care. See you then, or see you on another time.